Hello, flower friends. We are going to talk about something that might not be coming to the top of your head because you're maybe frustrated that your business isn't doing what you want, or maybe you're not hitting your goals, or maybe just like some things that just aren't in alignment. And I want to talk about why your goals aren't happening. And there are, I mean, obviously so many reasons, but I want to really talk through some kind of core beliefs that I think really, to me, are kind of a key ingredient in making your goals happen. And I would love for you, if you are at a place, and you know what? So many people are here. So if you are at a place and you are not making your goals, this is not a time to beat you up. Like, I know in the past, I would start going, "Oh, I want all these things to happen. I want all these things that." This is not like a moment for you to go in and the ugly monster of, self-reflection is going, 9 rounds in Rocky. This is something for you to really learn, how can I adjust and get back on track so that I can start kicking ass. So the first thing that I think is critical is you need to visualize the scene of what is going to happen when those goals happen. And I've been doing this like so much. And right now, if you guys have listening to the podcast lately, like I have been visualizing this farm and what this farm is going to be like for so long, and it's finally coming together. And what's so weird is we have probably looked at 40 farms, but there is all of these components that were in me visualizing what this end goal would look like that are on this actual farm. It is so interesting how, like, I had thought of, and I have dreamt of, and I'm closing my eyes right now and, like, visualizing it, this lofted studio that I would be teaching someone, like, one-on-one, and we would be making this beautiful backdrop, and I had also visualized having a place for this person who got in an airplane to come hang out with me, have a place to stay, and, like, there is a shower in this and a little, kitchenette as possible, like, all of these things. This barn, I had been, like, thinking about this barn and, like, the limestone in the bottom of it, and just, like, there's a goat house, and I had been thinking I mean, I knew we were going to have goats, like, just all of these things I visualized. The podcast. I, for so long, visualized me having a workshop, speaking in front of a bunch of people, and, like, teaching them everything I've learned almost 30 years in the making, and, like, helping people and make impact, and, like, I this first Minnesota Floral Collective, so if you haven't listened, I've done some podcasts on this. I actually started a Minnesota-based floral group called the Minnesota Floral Collective. It's a Facebook group. I have put together a website, and it's a place for people to find freelancers, to get rid of something, to find something, to have connection, to have community here in Minnesota. And I had dreamt of this group. I had visualized this group. I had visualized this meeting of everything coming together, and the first Minnesota Floral Collective event. I had thought about, like, that it was just gonna be, like, this beautiful, like, garden affair, and, like, it was gonna have, like, the bright colors, and there was gonna be buckets of flowers everywhere, and I was gonna have really amazing people come and teach, and, I was gonna talk about I talked about confidence in your business, and this was even before I was a certified life coach. Like, I was just, like, so pumped to just get everybody. And I think 52 people came to that first event. So it was just so amazing to have everything like come together just like I visualized. And last week I did a style shoot. I visualized I was going to put this artful editorial style shoot together, and I knew where I was gonna have it, so I even, like, visualized the studio space that it was going to be in. It's this photographer's studio, and I knew the model that I wanted, and so, like, visualized her there looking stunning, and I visualized these, like, artful pieces, and right when I saw these speckled Phalaenopsis orchids, like, everything visually came together in my head, and that happens with weddings too. I will come up with, like, a concept or something for a wedding, and the pieces just start, like in my head, I start visualizing what this wedding is. I have this week the workshop, the Installation Rockstar workshop, and I had visualized today, my visualization happened. Like, what I wanted to happen, this orange slice, and I had people going like, "I don't know how you come up with this shit. This is, like, amazing." Everything was, like, harmonious, came together. We'd, like, have a hanging orange grove, a hanging orange dried orange slice installation. There's a hanging cake installation with dried orange slices. Like, I mean, this thing is just next level, and, like, all of this I visualized. I visualized being able to go get my son off the bus. My daughter, because she has, an IEP, gets dropped off at the house. So but I had still visualized this life that I got to walk out and get her off the bus. I visualized, like, even this studio space that I'm in now, when I was looking to buy this house 10 years ago, I'd been thinking about, like, this dream goal of a studio space that, like, it had water and it had a furnace and it was, like, just 10 steps from the house, so I could go out and play whenever I wanted, but it was big enough for my business to grow. Like, I know so many people think that, like, dreaming and visualizing is woo-woo, but, like, it works. I have dreamt into basically reality the majority of my life. And so if you do not know what you want that success to look like, if you don't know what you want that goal to look like, you need to visualize that scene. What will that look like? What will it be like if you go get that dream wedding that is so badass? Like you were just so pumped from the inside of your soul for this wedding, or you're so pumped for this hotel account. You're just like, it is like seeping into your soul that like everything is reacted. Like, I mean, can you hear like I'm thinking about a wedding right now, like, and what it would be like. And like my whole there is a visceral reaction of just, oh my God, like this is gonna happen. And then I find that target. I put all the pieces in place to make that happen. But if I don't know what that looks like, how am I going to achieve it? I need to know what that thing is. If you're dreaming of a dream house, what does the tile look like? What is the bathtub? I have wanted a claw foot. I love baths. I absolutely love baths. If you listen, like if you're Instagram with me, I'm probably Instagramming in the bathtub. I love to relax in the bathtub and dink around on Instagram. I make a couple reels. I interact on people's posts. I like save inspiration things. It's just like my zen. So I had been dreaming of like a beautiful clawfoot tub. And I love like really interesting bathrooms. And like the farm is going to have a copper, like single, like, freestanding tub. It's beautiful. It looks handmade. It's crazy. And like all of that, like I have been visualizing having this amazing bathtub. Like anything you want to happen. I visualize going to CrossFit. Like I think about When I am doing my Sunday night prep, I think about me going to CrossFit, me seeing potentially 2 of my friends there that I adore, me getting stronger, me, like, sweating and feeling good, the feeling that I have when I leave, like, all of those things, that's what I think about. And I dream and visualize. And I actually had somebody today who was like, "Did you just dream this shit up?" And I basically do. Like, I dream in pictures of what the future will look like. So clearly define. Like, if you want something, if you want $100,000 business, what does that mean to you? What kind of CEO are you? Like, what does your life look like? Are you what's different? Like, visualize it just like it's real. Imagine walking to like, even if you're wanting to eat healthier, like, imagine walking to your fridge and there is, like, sugar snap peas and broccoli and these beautiful tricolor peppers and this really ornate, like, butter lettuce that just looks so soft, but, like, in a good way, not like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be chewy." It's just, like, this delicious lettuce. Like, visualize what, like, eating healthier would look like. Whatever it is, you need to set the scene. Then, the next part, if your goals are not happening, I am guessing you are winging it. You do not have a strategy. You need to have a strategy that you execute consistently. That's going to get you to your goals. If you are sporadic AF, if you are like, this week I'm on, next week I'm having a meltdown, this week I'm back on, I'm doing Instagram, I'm networking, or if you're like sitting in the corner of your house, basically doing jack shit and then wondering why. I have done podcasts. Actually, I did a podcast. Does your goals match your motivation? Because building a business is work. It is. It is work. And if we are not doing the work, how can we magically expect things to happen? So we need to have a strategy. And if you do not have a strategy, that is what this podcast is for. That is what courses are for. That is what business coaches are for. I have invested in, if you've listened to the podcast for a while, like I have spent so much money on my brain. My most expensive thing I own will soon be this farm, but the next thing is my brain. I have invested so much into learning strategy. I mean, and it could be strategy. I've learned strategy on a million different things. I mean, I probably will take courses on raising farm animals. I have taken courses on so many things. It is just crazy because I love learning, but I know that I would rather learn all the shortcuts than lose time because time is a currency to me. Time away from my family, time away from me getting to be the better version of myself, like going to pottery class, pretty soon going to feed all my animals, my chickens, my goats, my whatever. Like all of those things are time away. I want time shortcuts. I want somebody who's doing what I have done and I want to learn from them. And that's what I paid business coaches to do. Teach me their shortcuts. Teach me the pains that they have went through and probably spent a ton of money learning how to do. And yeah, it's cost money, but like I would rather spend money than lose time. Lose time with my kids, lose time being the human that I want to be. Losing money. Like if you are struggling with recipes, you need to know how to do that. Like that is a critical skill for your business to be profitable. You need I literally just had somebody reach out and needed help with a proposal on an Indian wedding and they were really, really struggling, and so I went in and I was like, "I'll review your proposal, and then I'll do a video feedback," and I did that, and they just paid me for my time, and that was it. Like, if you need help, like, she could have lost a lot of money or lost the opportunity to get that wedding if it wasn't priced correctly. Getting a coach is invaluable. If you wanna get healthy, hire a personal trainer for once a week, just for a couple months to start getting you in the habit. If you wanna eat better, hire a dietitian. If you want to be a better parent, get a parenting coach. We have a parenting coach. I wanna be a better mom every day. Like, it is my deepest desire to be the best mom I possibly can. If you are having problems with relationship, get a relationship therapist. If you're having problems with sex, get a sex therapist. There is about a solution to every single thing that you are probably struggling with in some way. And I know that it's scary to spend money on yourself. And as women, we often feel that we shouldn't be spending money on ourselves. But I am a better human and a better mother, a better partner because of the investments that I've made in myself. And likely that is you too. If you were a better version of yourself because you were showing up more for yourself, what would that mean to your confidence? What would that mean to your self esteem? If you were no longer putting yourself last, what would that mean to you? Like, how would you show up in the world differently? And if you're like, that sounds great, I have no idea where to start, like the Floral CEO Mastermind, I talk about it all the time because it is it is no joke, you guys. It is amazing. And I love the girls in there. We do 3 calls a month. We do a office hours that you can come and just ask me anything. We can talk about anything. I will review your proposals, your recipes, whatever you want. Like, we are a really close-knit community, but I am giving you strategy. You get my full Floral CEO accelerator course is included in the mastermind, and like, so anything you want to learn is probably in there. And if it isn't, we have monthly trainings on things that are really impactful. So if you need strategy, like, find someone who is doing the things that you want. And if it's not me, find another florist in your market. Find someone that you or look at their business and you go, holy shit, that looks amazing. I want to do that. And then, like, start to learn. And the shitty thing is for so long, people have been so guarded about sharing information, but I truly believe, and that's why I started the Minnesota Floral Collective, I truly believe that there is more business out there and there's enough for everybody. So, learning from and sharing your knowledge is not a bad thing. Like, I've been given a gift to help people. And it was so cute. My daughter, Bella, was talking about what she wanted to be when she grew up. And she was telling them that I'm going to be a florist, but I'm going to be a florist teacher because my mommy helps people. And like, for one, for her to even see that makes me know that I'm doing my job, showing her what I do and why I'm away from her because I want to make a difference. And I wanna make people's life better. I want them to make more money. I want them to have more time with their children. I want them to have more time with their partner. I want them to have more time with themselves. And to do that, like, their strategy of connecting with planners, their strategy of growing your Instagram, their strategies of how to make, the close the deal, uh, their strategies of putting proposals together, like, everything is a strategy. So if you don't have a strategy, I'd step back and be like, where am I falling short? Like, do I have my shit together? Do I actually have a plan? All right. Then you need a schedule and deadlines to things. I have coached so many florists that are like, I'm going to be doing big thing in my business. And then in 6 months, I'm like, how is that big thing you're doing? And it's like, nothing has happened. because nobody's given themselves a deadline. And if you don't give yourself a deadline, like you are going to take the path of least resistance and not get it done. I always say, I want to by X date do this. When I launched this podcast, I left the business coach that I flew down to Arizona to meet with. And I said, within 45 days, I am going to launch my podcast. I'm going to find a podcast editor because editing is painful, you guys. And I am going to launch my podcast out in the world. I'm going to launch it with 6 episodes. And because most podcasters fail at 10 episodes, their podcast is gone. And only like 80% of podcasts that are out there are not active. And so I'm like, I am not going to fail at this. And that was it. I put a deadline to it. Same thing with the Minnesota Floral Collector. I said by, I think it was like in the middle of the winter when I started. And I said by like April 15th, I'm going to have this started. No, 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 no. I laid out a deadline. So if you are wanting to start your business, start putting a deadline. Start breaking down. And I've done episodes all about how to lay out a project in Trello. Trello is a project management software that you could have up to 10 boards for free. And you can lay out that project in exactly everything that it takes. When I rebranded my business, I laid out a Trello board and I literally put every single thing that I needed to do in order to change this. So you just need to take the same action. Whatever you want to do, you need deadlines around. If you want to lose weight, if you want to start eating better, if you want to there's no time like the present to start anything, but you should have some hard deadlines and a schedule to be consistent to get you to that deadline, or a schedule of consistency just to make all of this happen, period. I often will have people like, oh, my Instagram isn't growing or whatever. And then I look and they post and then they ghost. They post and then they ghost for a couple weeks and they go back on. And you wonder, like, why shit isn't happening? Well, I can tell you it's because you're inconsistent. That schedule could help you make consistent. So if you make days, like if you want to just say, I'm going to have my 5 content pillars for my social media. And on Monday, I'm going to post Meet Us Monday. And it's going to be something informational about me, about my business, whatever. On Tuesday, I'm going to do Tuesday tip for weddings. On wedding, it's Wedding Wednesday, and I'm going to share a wedding that I have done. On Thursday, I'm going to share that I do corporate events. On Friday, I'm going to post about cultural weddings, or I'm going to post that I do hotels, or I do dailies, or whatever it is. But then you got a schedule to stick to. And then you just need to work on keeping the promises to yourself. Because when you keep the promises to yourself, hopefully you keep the promises to yourself. I know that I take that very seriously, and I hope you do too. And when you do take those promises seriously, that's when impact happens. Because you're like, I'm not going to let myself down. So I'm sticking to my schedule, no matter what. I have 2 episodes a week. I am sticking to that damn schedule. That is happening. There is it is non-negotiable that I don't do 2 episodes. There is nothing on God's green earth. If I was in the hospital, I would have my husband bring me podcasting equipment, or I would at least make sure that my podcast editor knew to go and repurpose old episodes that were high download episodes or something like that. It's just happening because there's a schedule. All right. Then the next reason why your goals might be happening is your support system. And I just went on and on about the Floral CEO Mastermind, but that is a support system like no other. But that is just one foundation that could be you need a multi-layer support system. If you do not have a supportive partner, this is going to be very hard. If you do not have a supportive family, supportive parents, like I had a coaching client that wanted to quit her day job for quite some time because I think she was just fundamentally unhappy there, which I get. And her parents were like, "How could you give up this big dream and this big job and all of these things?" Because I can, because it doesn't feel good anymore. And because I want my life to feel good. And I mean, we had so many coaching sessions just talking through like what we need to say to our parents to get them off your back and that they can't dictate your behavior anymore. You're the boss. But like without that support from her parents, like didn't feel good. This big move that she was so excited for didn't feel good. And as someone who had a mother who wasn't supportive in the way that I wanna support, like, that I feel like I mean, I know I would have loved, and I know that that's the support that I unapologetically will give my children. Um, I just I think that that support, if it's not there, this becomes so much harder. It's so much easier to not hit your deadline, not have a schedule, not have a strategy when you have somebody telling you all the time that this sucks, that this isn't going to work, that your big goals are just like you need to play it safe. You need to stick with your day job. You need to not dream big because everything is good now. But you don't deserve good. You deserve spectacular. When people ask me how I am, like, if I see some "You know what? I'm spectacular today," which really usually catches people off guard. They're like, "So great," because I am, because I have a spectacular life, because I have spectacular support. But I also somebody asked me, like, "How do you get your husband and your family to support you like that?" I have trained them. I have trained the support that I need. And I also do not leave it that it is up for a discussion. I don't want to feel like I'm arm wrestling people for their support. Like, this is what I'm mom's doing, and this is why I'm doing it, because I wanna go buy you a new Lego set, because I wanna be able to contribute, because I wanna help people. I wanna make beautiful things because it makes mom so happy, like, down to my core. I mean, if you anyone who personally knows me doesn't know, like, flowers light me up, like, they need to get their eyes checked. Like, that energy, my children see that. They see that, like, I'm lit up, that this is, like, my purpose. I now feel like I really have 3 purposes in life, but being a mom was one of my purposes in life. Like, I was meant to be a mother. And being a florist was one of my purposes, but I think to help people and to really guide people and help them be more successful, not only in their life, but in their business as well, that was one of my purposes because honestly, if you have talked to me on a coaching session, if you have ever interacted me, like I care so much about your success and it lights me up just like flowers do. And so, like, I want my children to see that. And then that makes them like, "Mom loves this. She's all fired up." Like, look at how happy she is. They deserve that happiness too. They deserve to find that thing that makes them this fucking happy. And so do you. And you deserve to have the people around you that give you that same support. And if they don't, you need to try and train them. And if they are not trainable, then they might not I went through periods in my life that my mother was not in my life because I deserved more. I deserved more support. I deserved to not have that conditional love surrounding our relationship, but I deserved more support than she was giving me. I deserve to not feel like shit. And I feel like so many people feel like they have to choose to feel like shit. They have to choose because that's my parent. And with having both of my parents no longer with me, like, I know how hard it hurts to be at the other end where, like, you don't even have the option to talk to them. But then they're here and you're choosing not to talk to them, or you're choosing not to talk to somebody. Like, I have drastically changed friendships because that friendship was not giving to in a way that was supportive to me in the person that I want to be. People might support the current version of yourself, but if you're going for an upgrade, if you're going to be that bigger, more badass version of yourself, people often are scared shitless because they feel like you're elevating and they're not, and that might not feel good. That you're different, that might not feel good because comfy feels good to people. Like, I make people, like, even my husband, like, how I've evolved probably fundamentally has made him uncomfortable because I mean, it most likely has made a lot of people uncomfortable. Like, I am bigger than I ever have been from a confidence perspective, from a life. Like, I expect so much more. I dream so much bigger than I ever have because I know I deserve it. I know you deserve it. I know my children deserve more. I know that fundamentally, I the world is a bigger place than I ever have dreamed. And when we're stuck and we're hanging out, we are the sum of the 5 people that you are around most often. So if you are around people who are okay with being okay, who are okay with going into their 9 to 5 job every day, are okay with being mediocre, are okay with being mediocrely happy, are okay with being unhealthy, are okay with the world feeling like a dumpster fire all the time. If that is the people you're around, that's your energy. That's what you're soaking in. That's support. You have the support potentially to be mediocre. And it's really hard when you love someone to step back and be like, I love this person, but they're not good for me. I mean, that's a really tough place to be in. But if you really want to change your life, if you really want to make your goals happen, sometimes those things need to change. Sometimes we need to let go. And I know that I've I've let go of several friendships that were not in alignment with this new version of Jen. Like, wouldn't it be safer if you did all of these things and you thought smaller? I am done thinking small. I am done not wanting bigger things for me, for my children, for my husband. Like, I want so much more in my life. And you start visualizing it and it starts happening. And that is waiting for you. Like, this whole bigger world is just waiting for you to unlock it. All right. The last thing that I want to talk about is you need to have an attitude. And they're kind of all in alignment with each other because having strategy, having schedule, having support, visualizing all comes to really fundamentally believing everything is figure outable. If you haven't read that book by Marie Forleo, it's basically saying everything in the world is figure outable. There's always a way to figure it out. And if you go and think that every single problem is figure outable, then it really truly is. But if you think that every problem is a dumpster fire that you're just waiting to extinguish with your spray bottle, then it's probably not very figure outable. I truly believe like every single thing is figure outable. Like, I will have somebody tell me when I go get, actually, this just happened. I went to go get workshop flowers and they were like, that's not going to fit. I was like, yeah, it is. I like Jinga'd the shit out of my van. It fit. It was a lot and it fit. I had my helpers, they were like, the cooler is at capacity. Like, we're gonna have to take the dahlias out. The dahlias are still in the cooler, the dahlia tubers. Like, you just need to know that whatever it is, if you have strategy, you can figure it out. If you have support, you can figure it out. If you're visualizing what this is going to look like when it is all figured out, it is figure outable. Everything is figure outable. And if you truly believe that, like, don't have enough weddings, like, that's figure outable. How can you get more weddings? There is a million different things for you to do to get more weddings. You need to make more money. There are a million different things. This is figure outable. This is so figure outable to make more money. I, 2 weeks ago, did not know that this Saturday I would have a, like, close to, like, I think it's that $38,500 event 2 weeks ago. But guess what? That event, very figure outable. Most people would be having mild panic attacks right now, trying to figure out a $38,000 event the week of a workshop. And it's not one of my little workshops. This is like a 2-day. I have been at this venue. Tomorrow will be day 4 in a row of me being there. Like, this has been, I'm just like going for it. Like, and the thing is, I'm excited. Like, right now, sitting in my studio, I should be tired. And there's a snowstorm happening. So it's like, really, that's kind of rubbing me the wrong way because I'm worried about tomorrow. But like, I know it's all figure outable tomorrow. If the model is having a hard time, I have a truck. I will go get her if I need to. And I will give them a project and I will run and go get her if I need to. If the photographer can't make it, guess what? The venue photographer, the venue manager is an amazing photographer. She can do it. Makeup, I will bring my makeup bag. I will bring my whatever. Like, it's all figure outable. And if you truly believe that, like, all of this with all the key ingredients are all very figure outable. And I want 2025 to be different for you. But you need to start seeing that, visualizing, having the strategy, having the support, and having the belief that this is all figure outable now. Not in a couple weeks. I'm going to have the energy all mustered up to make things happen. Like, you need to start that belief like right now. If you, that belief that I want this so bad, I want my goals to happen, that belief, like that little trigger, that little domino for you to flick over is the start. And if you need the support, I would love to see you in the Floral CEO Mastermind. Head to the floralhustle.com/mastermind, or head and check out any of my Instagram posts and comment the word mastermind at the Floral Hustle on Instagram, and it will send you all the info. It will change your life. Like, it will give you support, strategy. There's life coaching. There's so much support there that things will just feel lighter. And I would love to help support you. And I would love to help change your 2025 because I see big things for you. And I just want you to start dreaming those big things, visualizing those big things, and then make the strategy, make it happen, and just know everything is figure outable. Because that $100,000 goal, that whatever your goal is, like my goal right now, I want to find mini Highland cows. So if you know anybody that can help make that goal happen, it's going to be amazing. I'm already dreaming of the goal of my first workshop on my farm. And it is like, I'm dreaming about it. I want to have a farm to table workshop that we are going to have a beautiful vegetable, like topiaries on the table. We're going to have like these fun, like green beans, like wrapped around and peppers. And like, and it's just gonna be this vibrant, and it's gonna have locally grown flowers that, like, they're gonna be from the farm, like, I'm already starting to visualize this, it's gonna happen, and people are going to get on airplanes, and they are gonna drive down to my farm, and, like, all of these things, like, I'm visualizing all the pieces coming together already, and it's gonna probably be late summer, but you need to start visualizing putting that same plan in action for your goals. Thank you so much for listening, flower friend. This is, like, such a pivotal point in my life right now that I'm excited to share with you guys, and if you guys are sick of me talking about the farm already, I'm sorry. When you have been dreaming about this for 6 years, and when you're making such a big shift, it's, like, hard to not just have, like, so much emotion, coming out because, like, we're moving, like, 45 minutes away from the cities, onto a farm, changing school districts, and tripling our mortgage, and, like, all of these things that are could be utterly terrifying, but I couldn't be more excited, and I'm just excited to share it with you guys. So please follow along on Instagram because I will be posting about it, and I'm so excited to do my first, like, video tour of the new studio because it's going to be so fun and so magical, and thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. There are big things coming this way as well with the podcast and the Floral CEO mastermind and the Floral CEO brand that I'm excited to share all of these things along the way and am immensely full of gratitude for all of you who tune in and listen. And I know everybody says that, but I like mean that from my heart because when I look at the downloads every month, I know that's a human that is trying to run a business and that's trying to manage their life and trying to make an impact and make so many good things happen that it touches my heart that you spend time to press play and listen to me talk about all the things that are just like rumbling around in my head and goals was one of those things. So, thank you so much for listening, flower friend, and you have an amazing flower-filled day.